Namaskar, I am your host Narayankar. Today I would speak about the arrests that have been made in West Bengal just when the majority Hindus were angered over the inaction of Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, and Home Minister Amit Shah over the misrule of Mamata Banerjee's government and also the total collapse of law and order. To me, this is a well thought of political strategy by Modi and Amit Shah to trap Mamata Banerjee. Mamata Banerjee's, they very well realized that Mamata Banerjee's TMC had won almost all Muslim dominated constituencies in the state elections. So she has to, it is bound on her to keep the Muslim community in good books. But for the BJP, the formula of the BJP is that to break the trust of the Muslims on TMC. So, how to go about? Simple, target a Muslim leader. So, today I am not surprised that the central agency CBI has arrested Firhad Hakim, the second in command in TMC and Muslim face of TMC, and he is very, very close to Mamata Banerjee. Soon after the arrest of Firhad Hakim, Mamata Banerjee had to rush to CBI office, and she rushed to the CBI office with her goons throwing the pandemic norms to the wind. What can we say about her hypocrisy? Because just few days back she had arrested, the police had, West Bengal police had arrested two of the BJP MLAs for violating the pandemic norms. But what about this case? She rushes to the CBI office with her goons, throwing all the pandemic norms to the wind. Because she realizes if she does not show up, the Muslims will be angered. But I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that it is very difficult for Mamata Banerjee to interfere in CBI inquiry. Therefore, the release of Firhad Hakim will not be so easy because his release will be declared by the courts, because some of them are contesting that the speaker has the authority, not the governor, to sanction prosecution. But there are precedences in the Supreme Court that the governor has all the authority to sanction prosecution against the ministers for any crime they have indulged in or any corruption they are indulged in. And if Firhad Hakim is held guilty of corruption in Narada scam by the courts, he will not be released. He has to continue in jail. This way, Mamata Banerjee will lose trust of the Muslims. And we know what Muslims can do. They have all the abilities, and the past records show that they may resort to violence. If they do resort to violence, then Mamata Banerjee will have a very tough time. She cannot just neglect or ignore the violence that may take place if Farid Hakim has been put in jail by the courts. So, if the violence takes place and Mamata Banerjee fails to check the law and order, then in all probability, uh, the governor Dhankar may order for or recommend for the president's rule in West Bengal. So, according to me, this is a masterstroke by Narendra Modi and Amit Shah to trap Mamata Banerjee. And some of the journalists who are also dragging the name of Suvendu Adhikari and Mukul Roy into the Narada scam. Of course, they are right. They have to raise the issue, and I appreciate that. But I would not appreciate if they start, and they have already started, to support the corrupt Firhad Hakim and others who have been arrested in this matter. And they should remember that who is Firhad Hakim. He is the one who called BJP and CISF Suwar ke Bacche. He is the one who had incited violence, and he is the one who termed some parts of Muslim dominated areas in around Kolkata as mini Pakistan. So the journalists at least should stand up and fight against corruption. And I welcome them to also fight. I also welcome them to also raise the issue of Mukul Roy and Suvendu Adhikari, who are also allegedly being involved in Narada scam. So, Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.